Hello, I'm Chris Lopdos, Jopless. This is Man Free World. And tech support, I got a call back. They said they're going to be out. They said on Tuesday to to close that thing. So hopefully they'll be out soon enough. So we're going to get into this guy, Bentinho Massaro. Let me see if I can get this right camera shot here. Turn that off. Don't need that. So this lady, Erin, is talking about Bentinho Massaro. She was making the rounds a few years ago, and let's just see what she has to say.
People often join cults because they don't look anything like a cult when they first get involved with it.
Exactly. If there was just says "We are a cult," "We are a cult," would be yeah, okay, we could avoid that. But they all have the same hooks. And it's an indication that our society is kind of in failure mode, because people wouldn't be looking for these kinds of things if our society was already cohesive. We've had lots of many generations of mind control tactics and basically scams, and the educational system has turned into a jobs program for liberal arts students who are super in debt and don't have another way to pay. So the whole thing's become politicized, and so the answers that we used to get from those institutions are no longer there. So people aren't just going to sit around and take, some people will. They'll sit around and take the abuse, but there's going to be people that are like, no, I need to find another way. And then they go out seeking, and they run up to a guy like this who knows all the words and is coming into the tune of the people like, I'm desperate and I need help. I don't understand what's happening in the world. Why is it so abusive? Why is it so gnarly? Why am I having so many problems? Why isn't the plan that I was told for unlimited success, why isn't that working? And then this is why the rise of cults happened. Oh, we have the answers, and the grifters come out, and we're like, we'll give you all the answers. And the thing that's kind of messed up about all this stuff is that our whole world, our social world, is cults. It's all cults that started and come different phases coming through. It's all cult activity. We have the way to do it. We have the teachings that will get you the unlimited wealth and life and unlimited health. The three things, right? Unlimited love, unlimited wealth, unlimited health. Those are the three things humans are mostly concerned about. And this guy will gives all the answers. Let's get into it a little bit.
Most likely, the cult is offering something that is beneficial to that person at that time, or is creating a solution to whatever problem that person might face.
Yeah, one of the three: money, health, love.
With Bentinho Massaro, I cannot figure out exactly what he's offering.
Love. He's doing the love stuff. He's making a community of like-minded people. Because our family social structures have been destroyed, right? It's become super atomized. We don't know our neighbors. Most people live in apartments, and they don't know their next door neighbors or the person down the street. They may know their neighbor. You may know your neighbor, but in general, people do not. That's not a thing anymore. So our social structures that would normally keep this kind of stuff at bay, like, oh, that guy's a total grifter, because we're all talking about it. We're all talking together. We're all kind of do know each other. At one point, and these guys would not be able to survive 2 seconds. But in the absence of a cohesive social structure, these guys are running the game. They're running game out here.
It seems to be just a series of musings about nothing, and no real point is ever being made. But what I think
he is he's an aesthetic and a cooling agent to people that are feeling super wounded and just need someone that will listen to them, and a group that has the love, looking for the love. Yeah.
He's really trying to sell is this connection to something bigger than yourself. The idea.
Right. That community that's been destroyed, that we all humans have to have. If we don't have it, we'll go look for it, and if we can't find it, we'll keep looking for it, and we'll find something. And we usually find these guys, and they go, "Why did he abuse me?" It's like, that's what they do, man. Sorry, I hate to break it to you. All these cults are abusive, and the fact that you don't understand this and are ignorant about it is just an indication that our social structure, the people that are involved in trying to figure out what these things are. Yeah, our social structure got destroyed many decades ago, completely imploded due to several factors, but it's no longer there, and that's why this is going to get worse and worse and worse. Until a series of cults, like a strong cult, will come up, it will take over all the others. That's kind of where we're headed. This is natural cycles of empire, end of empire. This is all the stuff that happens.
that if you're connected to something higher than you or larger than you, then you will experience pure bliss here on earth. Because according to Bentinho, we are all a part of one big consciousness.
I mean, true. That's true. But the whole idea is like for wounded people is like, oh my God, I need to be in that because we're out here completely atomized, individualized, and taken advantage of, and vultured upon by so many scam artists. It's actually kind of incredible how much of this is completely normalized, and that's again why most people can't see any of this stuff. And they're, oh, I'm gonna follow the marketing brochure. Oh, you have a family I can join.
So today we are going to listen to what Bentinho has to say and try to make some sense of it. So sit back, relax, and take a deep breath because it is time to let the fresh air in.
All right, let's skip her little stuff.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're brand new. My name is Erin, and I am fascinated by all things cult, true crime, and unique spiritual practices. I like to...
So she's dead inside. Sorry, I didn't mean to say. The fact that you're like go after this stuff means that you are been severely wounded and are hurting, or you've gone into so many of these things that you just to feel something, you gotta have some kind of pump.
To do deep dives on cults and cult leaders, and then in my follow-up video about that cult or cult leader.
Did you do a deep dive into the codependency of the not just the leaders but of the people underneath? Oh man, they just started a mode right here. I'm gonna pause this for a second. Okay, I changed my shirt and went on a little. I went and did an errand while the guy was mowing the lawn. So let's get back into it.
Debunk the ideology that those people are trying to push. So today we are going to try to debunk the things that Bentinho Massaro says, and he says a lot. If you have no idea who I'm talking about, please go ahead and go watch this video for context. It's my most recent video. I just dropped it on Monday. It's all about Bentinho, and there are some trigger warnings, so make sure you read the disclaimer at the beginning of the video. To be honest, I kind of put off recording this video because I was watching some of his content, and if you've ever been gaslighted before, you might know this sensation, but it started feeling like my brain was getting tied up in knots because I was just trying so desperately to make sense of what he's saying.
Okay, so just to be clear, one of the cult induction techniques is throwing a lot of word salad out. What it does, and she's experiencing it, right? She doesn't understand, but she's experiencing it. What it does is it takes off your conscious brain, it flips it, and makes it busy doing something else. And while it's busy trying to do this other stuff is coming through. While you're confused, what he's saying is actually completely bypassing the conscious and going directly into the subconscious. And those words are very vague, but it's basically the mind that usually turns off all the data is just letting it pour through without questioning it, without looking at it, without just. And if he repeats it, he'll do the word salad stuff. The conscious mind's like, what is that? And then he's still putting in suggestions, all kinds of suggestions that he's the best and he's the wonderful and this organization's great and you're gonna get everything you wanted and don't worry, just stay with us, keep coming back, buy all the courses, buy all the TV, come to all the events, do all the things, and you'll be fine. And that's the messaging coming through on the subconscious level. They'll not, while this thing is distracted, it's coming through. But if you're not wounded and you don't get hooked into the triggers, you're going to be able to, people that aren't having the issues that they need to be in my society is broken. I need a culture. It's like very human, right? So people who are in that state are very susceptible to this, especially in the light of nobody explaining what the heck's been going on because you're not supposed to know because it keeps the system going. If it wasn't for people going to their jobs and not knowing that there was another, but they could possibly do something else, not thinking there was another way out, this is just normal, just how things are. Yeah, they're not gonna question it, but there's gonna be some that are, and they're gonna run into these guys because nobody's out here going, "Hey, by the way, we've totally mind controlled you for like 15 years, growing up through school and college and all that stuff." Yeah, that's actually not how the world works. But as far as you're concerned, that's fine. As far as they're concerned, it's good that you kind of just keep it on that level and just keep going to work, please, and get this mortgage at 22%. And just go back to work, please. Don't ask questions.
And try to understand the value that people are gaining from it and the value that he's trying to provide.
The value is the social structure's gone, and he's showing another, he's giving an avenue for people.
Maybe I'm still looking at it from too biased of a lens because I just made that deep dive about him, and he just really, as the boomers like to say, grinds my gears. So I felt a lot of resistance in wanting to react to him. Let me know. I'm going to be really curious. Let me know what you guys think, how you're interpreting some of this stuff, because I really try to argue the facts, right? I don't want to ever fall into the habit of making
The stuff is you. Here's the real kicker, right? The stuff is you, because we have these installed traumas from that 13 years of public school education. We have these traumas that are being exploited. Usually they're exploited by the system and the people in power who did the schools, but there are hijackers. And this cult, there's cult hijackers. So there's cults within cults. There's a big cult, that's general cult, and then there's little cults, and they'll try and drag it. So each company is its own cult, company culture. That's all the same. So we live in this environment. It's just good to be aware of it. And if you're not aware of it, well, here you go.
any ad hominem or personal attacks on anyone. And in some of my other debunking videos, I felt very confident in how I'm debunking. But Bentinho talks in these flowery circles and redefines things. So it's really hard to understand the point he's trying to make.
That's on purpose. You're getting it. Now you're seeing it.
But according to Bentinho and his followers, I'm probably just like not high density enough to understand his.
Correct. You're not delusional enough to believe that you know what he's talking about.
Brilliant musings, which I'm going to disagree with. Okay. So we're going to watch videos from early on, and we're going to watch some videos to recently. And fun fact, he actually launched a brand new live streaming situation the day before I dropped my video about him. So I was like, talk about divine timing, because I think the universe was on my side when it came to that one. So I think the timing.
He's going to pump out content all the time. So whatever.
Perfect. So if you are falling upon Bentinho's teachings now, please go watch my previous video. He is a dangerous person with dangerous behavior. And
I don't know if he's dangerous. He's teaching. So what he's doing, the service he's giving is like, hey, you're probably going to have to figure this stuff out on your own. But if you follow people like me, you're probably going to be led astray. And it's going to probably be you're going to be wound up in it for a while until you get kicked out and go, oh, it's really me. I have to do this. I can't just offload it to somebody else. I got to be the one that explores these things. I can't just have it spoon-fed to me like a little baby bird. Here's a little baby bird. We're going to feed it to you. These deep, hardcore truths. We're going to go in deep. Here's your little piece. Oh, look at him. You swallowed it. Now you take it back. What did you say?
Dangerous ideology. Let's get into this.
It's not dangerous. It's not okay. The cult leader, what they're doing is they're collecting codependents who are looking for someone to help and save them with the three things, right? Because they can't figure these things out because they're intentionally we've been maybe kept from us by the systems that we think are educational are really not. After 13 years, you think you'd have some skills. After 13 years of indoctrination, you think you'd have some actual practical skills so you kind of live independently on your own? No, you're totally dependent. What a cruel trick.
His first reaction. What has caused humans to become so confused about life and reality?
It is indeed due to what we've been learned to focus on so much, which is the names, the descriptions, the labels, the stories, the ideas, the beliefs.
Okay, so what he's talking about here is what they call the naming activity in Buddhism, where humans, because we have to communicate, and we communicate verbally in these little tokens called words, we have to label things, yes, and we label everything. And we interpret the label as the thing. That's the problem. We interpret the map as the territory. The word is just referring to something. It's just referring to something else. But we think of it as the thing. And we are so overwhelmed with the 12 years of crazy indoctrination we get that we're supposed to think that is the thing. The word is the thing. And this confuses us.
We're all taught to focus on these things, on these ideas and concepts. We're not ever really taught from an early age onward to be aware of the fact that we exist, just to have some awe, to have some respect and gratitude and a moment of acknowledgement, a pause.
I mean, really? Is this a thing? Like, I know I exist. I know I existed when I was a little kid. What? So this is a silliness that makes your conscious brain go like, what the fuck is he talking about? Of course I know I exist. Yes, I'm in time. I was born. I'm going to be dead soon. Like, what? Do people not notice this stuff? Okay.
Of acknowledgement for the sense of presence, which pervades everything that is.
Lots to
Silly.
unpack already. And this is actually like more clear. Like I understand a little bit more about the point he's trying to make here. Yes, I would tend to agree. We do get caught up in labels instead of who we really are.
And we're encouraged to, right? We're encouraged to not think about who we are, because if we think about who we are, we're going to go down this deep dive journey that's not going to make us a real productive employee. If you get my drift. Hey, if you're catching my jib, you're not going to make a real productive employee when you're thinking about this, what is the sense of self? Who am I? No? Not coming together yet? Okay.
And I just think it's funny to be like, the point of life is to know that you're alive. Okay, well, I know I'm alive. I just want to know how to make my life better and happier. And I don't think it starts with me recognizing that I'm alive. Are we?
It kind of does. I know it sounds like I just like flipped it, but it kind of does. And the thing is, this lady wants the correct actual actions to mechanically produce the lifestyle that she is requiring to be happy. Okay, happiness is a side effect of going after your goals. Whether you achieve them or not, it's a side effect of going after goals. It's not a thing itself. Woo! If you don't understand what I'm talking about, think about that again. It comes. Happiness is the result of pursuing your goals, not achieving the goals, pursuing them. When you achieve the goals, there's this anticlimactic thing that is actually not happy. No? Never heard of it? Okay.
We grateful to exist in this pure moment? Absolutely. Do we get swept away in labels we assign ourselves? Absolutely. I mean, I definitely feel like
we are strongly encouraged by the propagandists who run the culture to label ourselves and then identify with the label because it puts us in a nice little package. Like that's just to be marketed to by employees of corporations. No, not coming together. No, okay.
especially this year, I've had some realizations of, is this who I am or is this who I like to tell people I am?
Yes, you have been trained by the dominant materials culture that you must acquire a label, slot yourself in, express yourself as the label, and then now people can treat you as the label, not the actual person, that deep thing inside, right? This is not making this coming through. This is weird. Is this straight? You ever heard of this before?
You know, like, for example, big identifiers for myself are I'm an actor, I'm vegan.
We're all actors. I'm a vegan at times. When I'm eating salad, I'm a vegan. What are you talking about, lady? So this is that label. I am this. No. How about you are doing a process that happens to be called this thing? A vegan? I'm a vegan from time to time. Yeah, when I'm eating a salad, I'm a straight up vegan. And the moment I put a steak in my mouth, I'm not vegan anymore. What the hell, lady? Wait, what else?
Tell people I am, you know, like, for example, big identifiers for myself are I'm an actor.
An actor. Now, the persona, our persona, how we treat the world, how we present ourselves to the world, it's an act, okay? I know when you're actually coming to see with someone that's authentic, they're usually an asshole. Did you know that? So we have to put this facade on to have a social interactions with each other, so not telling each other to fuck off all the time. Yes, we're all actors.
I'm vegan. I do yoga. Like,
you know, it's only 6 minutes in. She had to let us know. I do yoga. Okay, so you exercise and you play around and move your body in a certain way. That has actually no actual real meaning. You can move your body in any way. You can actually go down the street, walking down the street, and that's still yoga. Did you know that, lady? Well, I do yoga. It's special. It's spiritual. These people. The materials culture is unbelievably effective at exploiting people's deep traumas. She wants to be seen as a good person, right? So that's why she's vegan. I don't eat animals because I don't want to eat it with an eye. When she doesn't understand, like, it's all, these animals are brutal with each other. What are you talking about? Oh, what did she say? She does yoga. Okay, so you stay fit and you're spiritual, but you're not religious. Okay, whatever that means. What else did she say? Oh, it doesn't matter. Keep going.
These are things that I identify myself with, and there is an idea of.
Okay, that's the problem. You identify yourself with those things, as opposed to those things you do from time to time that you like to do. You like to do it. It happens to be a label around it. People can identify, oh, you're doing that. If you actually go do a real yogi, doesn't look like anything like that stuff. That's Western style hatha yoga. Okay, the physical exercises. You know, it's the sequence. It's okay. Did you know that that's just starter levels? It's like it goes off into all kinds of crazy directions. So it's just moving your body around. Oh, you like to move your body around. Wow, I like to move my body around too. Wow, that's amazing.
Of a certain.
Okay, I'm not trying to diss on this person. I'm trying to make some points. I don't really care about this lady or not. She's cool. She's exposing this guy. I love it. But this is why she's struggling with this stuff. It's like, I am one of these. No, you're not. You're not one of those. You're something else. You're all things. You're nothing. You're at the same time. What?
Type of person that people have based off of their perception when you label yourself. But I also recognize that I am not just these labels. I am so many more things. And
You're all the things. Without you here, we wouldn't be here. That's how important it is that you are all the things and we're all the things. Yes, without her being here, we'd not be here. Without me being here, without you being here, we'd not be here. Does this make sense? Does this not come together? No.
have a certain energy, and every single person has a specific energy.
An energy, whatever that means. That's like a slot holder for I don't really know what that means. So you mean a feeling, an attitude, a perspective at that moment in that time, and that with that group of people, with who you were in that situation, they were that kind of person. No, they're not always that things like we're not robots, man. We can change any second. We have free will, believe it or not. I know it's hard to see. It's like we can switch. When new information comes in, if we're being alive, we'll switch our viewpoint. Boom, boom, boom. Who are we really? We're this thing moving through space and time, connected to all things, literally.
It's funny he says we get so caught up in all of these concepts and ideas, but all his teachings are concepts and ideas.
Right, because how else are we going to do it, lady? How else are we going to convey these lofty things, these like deep truths? Oh, okay, let me do a math equation. Well, the math equation is going to be a representation of something else. Okay, how do you want it supplied? Do you want me to write a comic? Is that how? Not concepts and words? Okay, let's keep going.
And he is saying that these are the correct or right concepts and ideas because
those are his correct ideas. His are his correct ideas, right? For him. And if you want to have his teachings, you're going to hear what he has to say. Well, my 7th grade English teacher, I was saying, I would think, she was like, I passed in a paper. I think this and this. It's like, so you know what you need to do? You need to take away the I think. Just say whatever it is you're saying. And I assumed that everyone else got the same lesson. Nope.
he is sent from somewhere else to tell us these concepts and ideas.
Yeah, everyone's sent from somewhere. Everyone comes from somewhere. Do you really know where we come from? Are you sure? Were you there? Can you prove it? We don't really know where we came from. Does it matter?
Also, and maybe I'm aging myself here, but I've always, even when I was in my 20s, I always thought it was a pet peeve when people in their early 20s try to tell other people how to live their life or are life coaches, because you just haven't lived enough life yet. And as much
In general, you haven't lived enough yet. No one has to coach someone else's life. We can discuss truths with each other as equals and explore these things, but I'm going to take a different path than you're going to take, and that's totally okay. That's what makes it really a special adventure here. This lady.
much as I wanted to think I had it figured out when I was 24, that's because that's probably about how old he is.
We all want to have it figured out. I think I have it figured out right now. I don't, but I think I do. What's a what?
In this video, 24 to 26, I did not have it figured out.
And you're not going to get it figured out until you're done with the whole thing. And not just one life. Like I'm a student of law of one, so it's like you're going to keep doing this until you like understand what's happening here and act appropriately. And choose a path. Are you going to be just for yourself? Are you going to be kind of trying to help everybody else around you as much as you can 51% of the time? No, never heard of it? Okay.
And plus, I think life is a series of figuring out. You're going to figure out one thing, and then a few years later, you're going to adjust, you're going to change, you're going to figure some more shit out. Like, it's a constant kind of wave of new experience and new reaction to that experience and rediscovering who you are.
Depending on what level you're at, what you've gone through, what you've seen, what you've had happen to you, what you've done to people, what they've done back to you, all that stuff is like rising your consciousness level up to the unified one. Which, who knows how long that's going to take, but we're all, moving up, man. We're trying to. Some people are moving down, though. Okay.
I swear, like, every 5 years, every decade, I'm kind of like rediscovering pieces of myself as I'm getting older and older.
That's it. That's your rising conscious level. Yeah. It naturally occurs as you encounter the world and try to deal with this crazy shit out here.
So I just find it so funny that this 4-year-old is telling us that the secret to existing and not being confused anymore is to appreciate that you exist. But
I mean, it kind of is. It's a deep, deep truth. He's like, one of the things these cult leaders do is they'll actually say right out in front what the truth is. But the fact that we're so caught up in this other story about how it's supposed to look, we're like, what the hell is he talking about?
I think the labels help us understand ourselves and define ourselves to other people so that other people can understand us more.
Good luck with that.
If that makes sense. Talking about a word salad.
Yeah. Talk about word salad. Yeah.
But I just am chit-chatting away. Let's get back into it.
Both concepts, ideas, basically words. Everything we know is a word. When we think we're experiencing something, we're not.
No, not everything we know is a word. Not everything we can express to someone else comes in the word form. But what happens if I sing it? What word is that? Or sing it. What word is that? Whoa. Or when a flying saucer comes in, woo, 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 woo. Where's that? That's not everything, man. Stop.
We're not actually experiencing the essence of it. We pretend to experience ideas. Basically, words. Everything we know is a word. When we think we're experiencing something, we're not actually experiencing the essence of it. We pretend to experience the label. We say,
Okay, some people do that when they want to fake, like, I'm enlightened. But when we're hitting, when a bug is stinging you, you're not thinking of words. You're like, damn it, but you're feeling it, right? Okay, what are you talking about, man?
oh, I am angry. But really, if you look at it, anger is not anger, unless you call it anger. It really is just the isness of that energy.
The isness of that energy. Ooh, such slimy. Woo! Oh, so he knows the isness. We're going to listen to what he has to say about isness. Okay, anger is just your organism wanting to go someplace, do something, get one of its goals met. Money, love, health. And it's being stopped for some reason. It's being frustrated. So you're like, ah. So it's a feeling and a social structure and an event that happens. So what?
If I couldn't say, listen, I'm not angry. I'm in the isness of the energy that is angry about the situation. I feel like you need these definitions
Silly.
to be able to communicate better with other people. I don't, and maybe there's a psychologist, like an actual person who is educated about the mind. And
oh, not those guys. Those guys have been discredited. Don't even go look good. I would look beyond the Freuds and the Edward Bernays and his psychological tricks to try and get people to traumatize people and get them to be good, effective workers. No? Never heard of it? Oh, okay.
our feelings and how they kind of function together. But I would say we need these defined understandings of how we feel. I'd say we get more into this kind of toxic type of situation if we can't define something like anger, and it just kind of is. And I think too, this prepares people who might speak against Bentinho and say, this is making me angry, you're making me angry. He's then able to say, I am not making you angry. You are existing in the isness that is angry. That means there's...
I mean, he does have a point. He's just saying stuff. How you get into it? You could leave. You got the two legs. That's what they're for. It's like, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, he's gonna say some crazy shit because he wants the people that are that are gonna be down for his crazy shit to stick around, and the people that are gonna cause problems to boop, 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 boop. You know, he's not here to like win you over. He's here to win converts. This is a cult, you ding dong. What?
There's something wrong with you. It's not about my teaching. You are experiencing anger, and that has nothing
True. It kind of is true
to do with me. Meanwhile,
I mean, it doesn't. Other than he's saying things and you're just responding to it, and oh, you goddamn it, son of a bitch, you're taking advantage of your followers. Like, this is a cult. I don't know if you know how they work, but it's kind of how they work.
now he's coercing you into sleeping with him so that he can heal your trauma. Or
Yeah, that's standard cult activity 101. They all do the same thing. I'm talking about not all. I'm talking about all of them. The people in power. The reason why they're attracted to the power is they can get laid a lot. This is news. Oh, I guess women don't fully understand like how crazy of an urge it is for men, and if we can find a way to get it super easy, do you not think we're gonna do that? Come on, or at least some of us are. Like Bentinho, he's gonna do the healing touches.
give you therapy. Like, it's like another Keith Raniere, you know?
Yes. And who supports these people, right? It's the people that want the shortcut to, what are they? Money, love, health. That's the three things. And people will do literally anything to get those, especially if they don't think they have another way. And especially if they think they have a way to get it easy. Those are the hooks. So they stay thinking that the leader is going to give them the secrets to the three. Usually one more than all the other ones. And that's why they stick. It's called sunk cost fallacy or gambler's fallacy. They're going to stick it out because this guy has told me he's going to give me the secrets. And if I leave now, I don't get the secrets. So shut up, lady. Let the man speak.
Thing. Oh, this sexual experience is going to be really intense for you because I'm such a high energy, high vibrational being. Like, give me a break. But I do feel like this is all just like priming his audience. It's my speculation that he didn't...
Yes. You are, okay, you figured that one out. Okay, good. Good for you. You're priming the audience. Exactly. Hypnotic induction, priming the audience, preparing them for the next thing coming down the pike. You never heard of this before? This is, we did go through 13 years of indoctrination with the same strategies. So let's all get on the same page here.
Leave India back when he was like 18 because he believed himself to be the most enlightened. He had worked with several gurus already. He was at a point in his life where he had to try to make some kind of living or discover what he wanted to do with his life.
Oh, so he saw the gurus, saw how they ran the show, realized I can do this, and I'm broke. Guess what he's gonna do? Let me think. Let me think. What is he gonna do? I cannot figure it out. He's been with the gurus. He sees how they do their stuff. He's broke as hell. He's like, you know what? I can do this.
He recognized how much
I'm
money
the best. I'm the best that ever was.
gurus around him were making, or had the potential to.
Do you not think those gurus are saying the same thing? Stop.
Make, and he learned all those skills on how to manipulate his audience to get them to give him money so that he could teach them things or heal them or help them. And
That's how it works. Welcome to the jungle, baby. This is how all the cults are doing it. All the businesses are doing it. You want to know how to do it? We can help you do. We do it the special way. You come to us, we give you the thing the special way. No? Never heard of it? Okay.
in this time, and we have been, I think, for several years, where there's a severe distrust in America anyways regarding the medical industry and doctors. There's a
for good reason. They've totally failed. They burned up all their social capital, and now people don't trust them anymore. Good job, guys. Now we got these freak shows coming on pike, and everybody's like, well, I can't trust the doctor anymore. Maybe I can trust the guru, who's got all the same things that the doctor is going to give him. It's going to be the ultimate health, because of shots and pills are the health. Man, public school messes us up.
ton of distrust right now, even as it pertains to, although we're speaking more about mental health, even as it pertains to mental health. And when I think of someone that found these teachings, I do.
Especially mental health. Do you not think mental health and physical health are combined together into one thing? There's no Cartesian split here. It's one body. There's more neurons in the body than in the brain. I'm surprised when people split up the mental health from the physical health. It's together. There's no Cartesian split. The mind and body are the same goddamn thing.
Think of someone who might be like me or have feelings that I have felt before, feelings of anxiety, despair, depression.
Right, because it's a sign, right? Those are valid feelings, because your culture has been destroyed by these people. And we don't know it because we've lived in it the whole time. It was destroyed back in the 40s and 30s. All that war stuff, don't you think that messed people up? No, we're fine now. It's all over now. It's been constant war the whole time. What do you think that is? That's our culture being destroyed. Totally atomizing people into little good employee consumers. No, never heard of it? Edward Bernays? No, never heard of it? Wow. This is why this is going to be really hard to fix. In fact, I think it's going to have to fall over and people be forced back into small communities and dealing with it like this. Or, we just keep going to Tech 10 cities where we got migrants, third-class citizens that are doing slave labor because they don't want to get deported back to the even shittier place. There's even worse cult members running the show. Oh, okay.
Concern, self-doubt, because I know that I first came to New Age spirituality when I was really feeling lost and needing guidance in my life.
Oh, no shit. Really? You don't think that every single person that comes to spirituality comes for the same goddamn reason? You think they come there because I just want to improve my life? No, it's because they're seeking some answers to some fucked up shit that they just went through, and everybody's like this. Oh yeah, just get back to work. You might want to get a job now. You might want to get a mortgage. You might want to think about getting a mortgage soon. Yeah. You might want that'll make you the happy. That'll give you the happy. No, you probably need another degree. You probably need a PhD. That probably will put you right over the top.
And having some kind of spirituality to ground myself resonated, and it helped me believe that I had more power and control in my life than I.
Exactly. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it there. That says it all right there. More power, more control, because you feel out of power, out of control, because you are used and abused in a system that don't give a fuck about you. Wake up, figure it out, do something different. I'm not saying vote for anybody. Maybe move to Mexico, use the FEIE so you don't have to fund the system that's totally fucked you. You know what I'm talking about? Look at my playlist. Okay.